Our next item is presentation of proclamation designating May 2024 as Lake County Month of Awareness for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and People. Vice Chair Crandall and Supervisor Simon.
Get everyone to come on up. Who's here for this proclamation, please come on up front. Squeeze in. Make sure you kind of push all the way through it.
Yes, I'll get to that when we get to the discussion. But yes, not forgotten.
Okay.
After all that.
I just want to.
Kind of push all the way. We're going to fill the whole thing, I think. Here. Oh, you guys are standing out there? All the way. Oh, that's good too. I didn't even see you guys there. I was looking. Okay. We can fit more up here too if you want to come on up. Come on. Come on up.
Terry.
Okay. Thank you for everyone coming up. Proclamation designating May 2024 as Lake County Month of Awareness for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and People. According to the National Crime Justice Training Center, missing and murdered Native women are 2.5 times more likely to experience violent crimes and 2 times more likely to experience rape and sexual assault crimes in their lifetime, and make up 40% of the victims of sex trafficking and experience rape at the rate of 1 in every 3. And whereas according to the Centers of Disease Control, American Indian Alaska Native men are 2.5 times more likely to experience violent crimes, and 45.3% experience rape, physical violence, and or taken or stalking by an intimate partner during their lifetime. Whereas according to the Centers for Disease and Control, more than 4/5 of American Indian Alaska Natives, men and women, have already experienced violence in their lifetime, and homicide is the 3rd leading cause of death among 1 to 19-year-olds, and the 4th leading cause of death among males 20 to 44 years old, and the 6th leading causes of death for women 20 to 44 years old. And whereas the National Crime Information Center missing and unidentified person statistics from 2022 accounted for 5,487 Indigenous missing persons incidents, 4,251 of those under the age of 20. 1,236 over the age of 21, and at the end of 2022, 1,593 of the cases were still open and unsolved. Whereas in 2020, Savannah's Act and the Not Invisible Act were signed into federal law to address the lack of this, or the lack to date, to improve law enforcement coordination to address the number of missing and murdered Indigenous women and people. Whereas the area known as Lake County has been developed upon the ancestral homelands of the Indigenous peoples who have continuously inhabited, utilized, and stewarded the land since time immemorial, and is also the home of 7 federally recognized tribes: Big Valley Band of Pomo Indians, Elam Indian Colony, Abemetal Pomo of Upper Lake, Koi Nation of Northern California, Middletown Rancheria of Pomo Indians of California, Robinson Rancheria of Pomo Indians, and Scotts Valley Band of Pomo Indians. The County of Lake is committed to commemorating the lives of missing and murdered Indigenous people whose cases are documented and undocumented in public records and the media, and demonstrate solidarity with the families of victims in light of these tragedies, recognizing there is more work to be done to address the nationwide crisis. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Board of Supervisors of the County of Lake hereby designates May 2024 as Lake County Month of Awareness for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and People. Passed and adopted the 7th day of May 2024, signed by the Chair of the Board of Supervisors, Bruno Sabatier. Thank you. Now we're going to go ahead and see if someone wants to say something. Would anyone like to make a comment at this point? Go ahead, EJ.
Thank you for reading that, Supervisor Simon, and for everyone that has come for this proclamation today in numbers. It's really appreciative, and it's important that we accentuate this because it is a thriving issue in our communities. One of the things I'd like to highlight, and just from experience, is at times, and I had a niece that was considered a suicide, I want to say a few years back, and in my opinion, it seemed more like a murder. However, if the information, if the evidence is not given in, there's no other recourse for law enforcement or for the district attorney's office to pursue this. So I'm not saying it's anyone's fault. I'm just saying that we need to do our best to get any evidence that we can to ensure this moves forward and to stay vigilant in making sure we pursue and keep our foot on the dial. I know there's many families here that have done that. And I know my cousin here who I'm looking at, she stayed the course on the issue for one of our lost women and my relative as well. And so her children are here. And it was very imperative that they stayed on that issue and came in numbers to face the person that did this thing to our relatives. So I just want to emphasize, make sure we have everything we have to turn into law enforcement and stay the course, stay on the whole case. Make sure you are there in numbers and make sure you make your voice present.
Anyone else?
Nashong Shakea, Katie Ray Shogosha, Nomalaki is Keta, Wailaki is Keta, Wintun is Keta. Good morning, my name is Katie Ray. I'm an enrolled member of Round Valley Indian Tribes, and I'm the Victim Services and Programs Manager for Scotts Valley Band of Pomo Indians. Last year when we made our proclamation, Supervisor Sabatier suggested that we provide a flag for them and they would stand in support with us. So today I want to give them this flag that they can fly outside of the building every month of May. Along with that, I wanted to provide one for each tribe. So Middletown, Rancheria, Robinson, where did you go? Robinson, Scotts Valley, Big Valley. I saw Cooney somewhere. Thank you, Shugs. Elim. Middletown. Well, I got Middletown. Who am I missing? Coy. I have one for Coy. Coy. I don't have anyone for Coy. And then I also wanted to get one for the West Shore and South Shore for Lake County Tribal Health to hang out in front of them. We cannot do this alone. We have many of us in here who work in this realm. Advocates who are on call 24 hours a day, who get calls from local police departments, the sheriff's department. We work with victim witness. We're in and out of the courtrooms and with the families day in and day out during their toughest times. So I want you guys to know and understand that we are here for you and we will do this work with you. But we have to make sure that we have all of the information. Please don't be afraid to step forward when these things happen. Know that we will be here with you and we will walk that course with you the entire time.
Oh. Would anyone else like to make a comment? All right, I'll go ahead and take the mic then. Thank you. What a powerful, powerful generational thing today. As we see these young women and men that are here to celebrate it, it's our job to continue working on. We are here, we will be seen, and we'll take care of each other. That's what we need to do, and we need to make generational change. And each one of these steps that we'll do, we'll continue doing that. As you know, the most powerful people in the tribe are the women that keep things moving. They did the basket gathering, the feeding. They made sure that us men kept on track. So as I surround myself with all these powerful women, as a tribal leader, it's my job and all the other leaders' tribes to make sure that if you see something, say something. Give the resources that are needed and continue to work hard to make the next generation that much better. So, And I'm going to open it up to the board.
I'll go ahead and say something. We just did the Pledge of Allegiance, and we finish it with justice for all. And I think those words are quite echoing in my head right now as we speak of this proclamation. We also took an oath when we got on these seats, and that's to protect all of us against aggression and any kind of violence against you, and also ensuring that the Constitution is upheld for all of your rights for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that's my thoughts. That's for everybody. And this is an easy proclamation to say yes to and move forward with, because that is exactly the work that we should be doing every single day, is making sure that there is justice for everybody. And so thank you, both Supervisor Simon and Vice Chair Crandall, for bringing this again this year. This is powerful. Supervisor Green.
I'd like to, I saw many of you here in Lakeport on Friday at the gathering at, where's Ron? I'm gonna mangle this, Hobbiton Community Park. And I'm so proud of the city of Lakeport for opening that new park space and honoring Indigenous people. And I saw just a moving reunification, if you will, between the people and the land, and having that valuable lakeshore property to commemorate this and gather and strengthen yourselves, I think was super powerful. That said, I was speaking with another constituent elsewhere in the library park, and I was explaining all this good stuff, and could not nudge that particular person to cross the literal bridge from park to park and engage with our native peoples. So we have a lot of work to do still. One thing that strikes me both Friday and today is, and I don't know the whole history, I'm going to have to rely on my colleagues, EJ and Moak, for this, but law enforcement resources. Before I became a supervisor, I was in social services doing legal noticing for ICWA cases. And there is something of a pretty strong social safety net, but law enforcement resources that would be able to serve our tribal communities in Lake County, I think, is a missing piece of the puzzle. And so as much as I want to celebrate this, I also want to issue just a slight challenge that great job on all the resources that are there, but I think there are some resources missing, and how we tackle that and really bring some law enforcement to support you and make sure that we not only honor those who have been missing and murdered before, that we prevent future tragedies. And I don't have any answers for that, but I'm just so proud of the city of Lakeport for being able to host this event, so proud of you for being so willing to come out and share of yourselves, knowing it's not always easy. Thank you.
Sam,
Hold on.
One more.
I have so much gratitude for all of you coming here. Like Chairman Simon said, this is multi-generational, and this is really powerful work, and you bring your power here to this room for your advocacy. And it takes courage, too. I really want to recognize the courage that is all here with you today. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for this presentation. Thank you for bringing the flags. This means so much to all of us. And we want to continue to be advocates as we move forward and continue to support everybody that lives in this region together.
I think it's picture time.
everyone make sure you can see him if you can't.
You want to put it in the front row?
Can't see you.
Here you go. The kid's an elder holder. Yeah. I'm gonna block you again. You're gonna block me.
In there, Chad. Chadwick.
Yeah, great.